As we can see from the video earlier, Boeing is one of the great manufacturers of an aeroplane. The airplane manufactured by Boeing is guaranteed to be safe and high quality. This is why Boeing is one of the huge airplane manufacturers in the world. However, it was a long time ago. Boeing's reputation is broken when there are two airplane crashes involving model 737 MAX in just a few months. So here, we will discuss the frauds that happens in Boeing. So first, I would like to invite Qaiyim to share with us what tragedy that broke Boeing's reputation.
Hi, I'm Ahmad Qaiyim bin Shahabudin. So now I will continue the discussion with some fraud that happened in the Boeing company. When the company documents were being delivered to the auditors, they discovered that a group of Boeing personnel had met and discussed the MCAS system in that information. They disclosed that Boeing MCAS system has been a concern from the start. The issue was the MCAS was a relatively new system, and the FAA might require some further training. MCAS is not being promoted as a new function by Boeing because it may have a greater influence on certification and training. They act as it was the same as the one before. They would recognize it as an extension to the existing speed trim system, which pilot had been training on. So, they decide to keep the presence of the MCAS system as a secret from everyone, especially from the outside of the Boeing. Next evidence was one of the most important specific documents relating to the design of the plane and the MCAS system. It demonstrates how MCAS evolved throughout the design process. Boeing's final system was not the same as the one they started with. It became considerably more powerful at first. They recognized that they need to increase the MCAS system's capabilities. As a result, MCAS received more power and the capacity to perform larger horizontal stabilizer motions, allowing the plane's nose to be pushed down very quickly. There was a second change, something even more problematic. In addition to the system's increased power, instead of using two sensors, Boeing modified the MCAS system to use only one. One angle of attack sensor turned out to be in charge of a much more powerful system. MCAS is a life supporting system. The angle of attack sensors are located near the cockpit on either side of the fuselage. If that sensor is damaged, it will send an incorrect message to the MCAS system, which will attempt to take control of the plane from the pilots. None of this was communicated to the FAA engineer in charge of oversight by anyone at Boeing. The FAA was kept in the dark. Normally, a regulator and the regulated are in constant communication about which parts of the aeroplane will change. In the case of Boeing, there was a deliberate culture of secrecy surrounding the MCAS system. The next issue is the pilot training. To avoid potentially killing people, pilots must be trained on how to use the MCAS system. Despite the fact that the Boeing company was aware of this, pilot training never took place. The chief technical pilot for the 737 MAX emphasized in an internal Boeing communication that no simulator training will be required and that Boeing will not allow it. Boeing does not want to have a simulator training program for pilots because it will be very expensive. Following the Lion Air crash, the FAA conducted a highly technical investigation known as Transport Aircraft Risk Assessment Methodology, called Terrain. According to their estimates, a MAX could have as many as one fatal crash every 2 years. As a result, the MAX would be the most dangerous modern jet ever built. The FAA produced the report, which was not made for the public. Although it is confirmed that Boeing was aware of the findings, they still argue that it is impossible to predict the exact timing of another crash. They state that they would have a software that fits, developed, tested and implemented very quickly. In the end, the FAA accepted Boeing's argument.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhamad Taqeef bin Ramley and I will continue my part, which is what reason that drive Boeing to act that way. So the reason is the accident and grounding cost Boeing as estimated 20 billion in fine, compensation and legal fee with indirect loss of more than 60 billion from 1,200 cancelled orders. The MAX resumed commercial flight in the United States in December 2020 and was recertified in Europe and Canada by January 2021. Delivery of Boeing 787 Dreamliner have been suspended for much of the past year as it addressed several manufacturing flaws. So the issue came as the aerospace giant is trying to regain its footing from the coronavirus pandemic and extend grounding of the 737 MAX, which was lifted last November. The plane have been grounded for 20 months, the longest such action in aviation history. Following two deadly crash blamed in part on automated flight control system, Boeing has overhauled the plane's design and software and paid billions of dollars to try and move past the incident. But some experts say it remains to be seen if the company truly learns its lesson. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So, after several years, FAA come to conclusion and sentencing some penalty to Boeing. First, the penalty to the CEO. The CEO of Boeing is Dennis Muhlenberg. In this case, the CEO of this company is the person that is not ethical in his job. He said that both crashes happened because of the lack of knowledge and mistake of the pilot. He didn't agree that the crash is because of the plane, because he said that there are a lot of 737 MAX out there that are flying right now and all the plane is safe. When the FAA requests the document from Boeing, the CEO is refused to give it and delays the document. This is because he is hiding a lot of things from the pilots, workers and the public. One of the information that been hidden, which is very related to this case, is the information about the MCAS technology in the plane. This technology is the major problem that is driving these two planes into a tragic crash. However, after all these things that happened, he was ousted from his job as CEO in December of the same year after being removed as the company chairman in October. As a result, Dennis collected more than 16 million in benefit of his retirement. Secondly, Boeing will pay a total monetary amount over 2.5 billion. This is penalty consisting of the monetary penalty of 243.6 million and payment of compensation of 1.77 billion to the customer of Boeing 737 MAX Airlines. Also, Boeing will pay compensation funds for heirs, relatives and legal beneficiaries of crash victims of the 346 passengers who died in Boeing 737 MAX crashes of Lion Air Flight 610 and Ethiopian Airline Flight 302. The funds are about 500 millions. The company also have been grounded for 20 months, during which time the MCAS system was revised. However, in November 2020, the FAA approved the plane to fly again because Boeing declared that now the MAX is safe to fly. So, what did we get from this case is, as the leader, we need to tell all the information to our team, even though the information is not important. This is because to let our team know everything about our project. We need to tell them even though this is mean that they will receive a lot of information. but that is better than lack of information. We also need to give extra training to our team so that our team will always be prepared if something unusual happen. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.